Hello and welcome. You are speaking to Bernadine, your motivational coach, as well as podcast host of The Other Side of Happiness with Bernadine. I'm recording this live from my studio apartment in New York City. So if you hear the sound of the city in the background, that's free of charge. I'm going to jump right into it. And I'm recording this specifically to us over procrastinators, us overthinkers, us self sabotagers, and us overwhelming, enabling, or enablers to ourselves. This is very self based. And to be honest, there is no magic wand. There is maybe one or two things that you will hear for the first time, but I'm sure that you've heard either one of these few tips that I will be sharing in this amazing and wonderful free coaching resource of how to just stop procrastinating, how to actually start doing the thing. The secret here is time and allowing yourself enough time. And right now, you might be sitting there and it's like, well, Bernadine, I'm a month away from getting kicked out of my place. I haven't worked in 6 months. I feel so lost. I am on the verge of a breakdown. I don't feel like going into work. I just wake up drained and tired and empty every single day. Whatever your reason is for listening to this, I'm going to give you some coping tips. I'm going to give you some advice on moving forward. But the very first thing I'm going to ask you to do right now is to grab a piece of paper, preferably one that you can throw away after. I am a big believer of the self-conscious mind, the ability to solve, the ability to take in, the ability to create its own worst enemy. Mindset is something that is so underrated and unexplored in how it helps you to move forward. I want you to make space right now in your brain for this new information and new information to sink in. I'm speaking from experience because I used to listen to something once and think that I have received all of the data and the input that I needed out of that message, lesson, workshop, conversation with a friend. Have you ever caught yourself sitting there and going, oh my goodness, they are repeating the same thing over and over? Well, for today, I want you to listen and not to respond. I'm going to say that again. I want you to listen to listen. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't be judgmental. Don't be over, anxious. Don't want to just get to the point. And I don't want you to reply or respond to me. This is going to be difficult. And some of you might not listen to the end of this, but that's okay. I'm here for the ones that want to move forward, the ones that is tired of being stuck. I want you to take the piece of paper and right now, write down all of your worries, every single thing that is bothering you, without making space. Like your phone, if the memory is full, you need to start deleting some items. I want you to start deleting some items in your brain. Feel free to pause right here, write as much as you need to, as little as you need to, with no judgment, and I'll be waiting. Well done. That's the first step. It's silly. You might be sitting there going, why on earth is she asking me to do this? Very simple, very straightforward. I needed you to make space for this new info I'm giving you. Number 2, step 2. I want you to pick a goal, a main goal. It could be a financial goal. It could be a new job goal. It could be living a healthier life. It could be working on that business that you're wanting to be working on. It could be going back to school. It could be to just stop worrying. Once you've picked that goal, I want you for the next, and this is going to be the most difficult part of the advice I'm going to give you. For the next 21 days, I want you to put the timer on your phone and for 5 to 10 minutes, sit and dream about this one goal when it is done, how it will feel. If it was a financial goal, how will it feel once you have all of your bills paid? If it was a get healthy goal, how will it feel when you are full of energy? If it is a side hustle goal, how will it feel once you start making money from an idea? If it was to study, a year from now, you would be a year into whatever course. You could have been finished with the certificate. You could have been finished with whatever it is that you are doing. But this is the most important part. The dreaming, visualizing with your mind is so powerful. Because let me explain to you what I'm doing right now is I am changing your brain activity. So instead of sitting for hours on end, because our brain has the same thought, negative thoughts, and 90% reoccurring, over 6,000 thoughts a day. And if I can just bring that reoccurring thought down to 80%, the change that you will experience is phenomenal and amazing. I've done this with myself. I am the proof in the pudding. If you go back even on my social media page, which is at your motivational coach, you will see a year ago, I was in a different space. I was in a different frame. Once you do this, you're basically changing your chemical design within your brain. And what I want you to do next, so whenever you have an overwhelming thought of not achieving your goal, I want you to think back to this exercise. 21 days is crucial because that is how many days it takes to form a habit. Most people will give up by day 16, and it's fine. When you're feeling overwhelmed again, think of that thought. And this is also what is fantastic and amazing, and psychologists call this an anchor thought. When things are not going amazing, I want you to think of that visualization, and that will help you to move forward with whatever it is that's in front of you right now. If you can do this, I assure you, a year from now, you are going to practice this continuously and constantly, and you'll be able to overcome setbacks in life that arise. Because let's face it, every single day there's an obstacle, a setback, something that has happened to derail us from where we want to be a year from now. Number 4, I want you to stop starting stuff and not finishing it. Yes, yes, I'm guilty of this too. I see something, oh, let's sign up for this, let's sign up for that, let's sign up for this, let's do this. Oh, this isn't working out. I've been working on it for 2 days. It's not working out. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Nothing's working out that I try. Just stop doing it. Stop adding more stuff to your to-do list. Stop speaking to the wrong people. You need to speak to people that are ahead of yourself, people that have already overcome what you have overcome. The biggest problem I see with people in general is that they speak to somebody that is not even on their same intellectual, emotional, life-changing level. Yes, level. You heard me. You go to somebody who's having a failing relationship and asking for relationship advice. I'm calling you out. You go to somebody that's got no idea how to manage their finances and you talk to them about that. You go to somebody that is continuously negative and telling you things that is only making you feel more pathetic and sad. Yep, I call a spade, yeah, because what I want is for you to transform your life. I want you to move forward. And you are listening to somebody that comes from a beautiful city and same province as Nelson Mandela, Port Elizabeth in South Africa, who has had a fantastic and wonderful career in hospitality. I am a part-time model. I am a socialite. I also lost a lot. I lost my identity through overworking. I lost my business with COVID. I lost money. I couldn't even pay my rent. So if I can reset my mindset to going to where it is that I want to go, so can you. I want you to succeed. I want you to be doing great things. I want you, with the next time something happens that comes into your path to derail you, to sit there, close your eyes, and visualize you a year from now and hold on to that. And one of the best advice pieces I've ever received is sometimes things are just going to be hard. Sometimes things are just going to be tough. And sometimes you're going to feel like giving up. And sometimes you're just going to want to sit there and watch series. Allow that moment to happen. Do not push through it. Allow yourself to feel what you are feeling. Allow that emotion to take place, but hold on to that anchor thought because tomorrow is going to be better. 30 minutes from now is going to be better. A year from now is going to be better. And a year from now, you're not even going to remember this overwhelming feeling of your life not working out. If you just listen to the third step, for 5 minutes, visualize your dream life. Visualize where you're going to be. If you need to write it down in your journal, write something down, record it in your own voice, listen to it daily. Make it a daily practice. Just like with worrying, with stressing ourselves out, it doesn't just happen. We learn that. And I want you to unlearn that negative thought because it's not doing any good. It's stopping you from moving forward. Number 5, last step. I want you to work on this goal for 20 minutes a day. Physically working on it, whether it is writing something down, whether it is redoing your resume, your LinkedIn account, whether it is joining a gym, getting an accountability buddy. Just do it. If you need a little bit more help, talk to me. We can book a one-on-one. Very open to that. The link will be somewhere below. The team will link that for you. 20 minutes a day seems like a lot when you're a single mother, overworking father. Maybe you're just single and you're feeling like your life's never going to work out. It's difficult to find 20 minutes when you are not motivated. But if you can push past 20 minutes, you can push past anything. If you can sit for 5 minutes, anchoring, locking into the version of yourself that you want to become and start acting from that place, I promise you things are going to change. This may sound silly, but it's not. It is simple, it is doable, it is free. You don't even need any money for any of the things that I've just given you. But this is life-changing advice, and I am the proof. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm sure that if you practice these steps, even if you have to come back to it and back to it, that's okay. It means that you really want to create the dream life, create the life of your dreams. And I want to tell you it is possible. You just have to show up and get out of your own way. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you next year when you are the most amazing version of yourself, and when this feeling that you are feeling right now, you won't even remember.